Just me. Why there is no in between. This ain't my scene, I'll beg my leave. My face ain't clean, this is just me. Some ways I lean, escaping green. I state my I lean, escaping green. No in between.
This is just me. A sound, a style, a groove, a rhythm. No in between. I don't do half say what you're getting. I'll move on, yeah, I'll move on. 1 minute, then I'm gone. I'm gone. So this is just me. It's a sound, it's a style, it's a groove, it's a rhythm. No in between. I don't do half say what you're giving. I'll move on, yeah, I'll move on. 1 minute, then I'm 1 minute, then I'm
Hello everybody on Facebook and YouTube, wherever you're watching right now. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We love being here with you. We're so happy to be here, and I literally can't stop my screen share. Thank you so much. Hi, I found myself. I have had so many tech issues today, guys. It is not even funny. I am Nastine.
And that would make me Peter.
We're the co-founders of Explore Protech Entrepreneurial Haven. And our producer, Chris, has a broken toe. So crap is real right now, okay?
But he did rescue some kids from a castle.
He did. So it's a very valiant
It's a very
broken
valiant,
toe.
very valiant.
Yeah,
broken toe.
very, yeah. So thank you so much, Chris. But can you please save the world, like
Any other day. Any day.
It's so good to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You're watching the Coffee Shop Conversation Show. This is where, okay, you come together with us every single week, just entrepreneurs from around the world, the best people in the world, right? The most fun, authentic, caring, teachable, safe, supportive entrepreneurs from around the world that we handpick for you. And we just connect. It's called the Coffee Shop Conversation Show because it's like going into a coffee shop with your best friends in the entire world and just chatting and sharing and caring and just talking and having fun, except they just happen to all be entrepreneurs. I mean, how amazing is that? Isn't that absolutely amazing? This is where you come in. Yes, it's very amazing.
Yes, it's absolutely very, very, very amazing.
Okay. Guys, today is a massive show, right? Today is intense because we will be announcing a whole new prize that you guys can win in our referral partner program. But on top of that, we're going to be giving away the freaking $1,200 Event Raptor subscription that's going to completely change the life of at least one entrepreneur, if not more than one entrepreneur out there. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm so excited to do this. So before we're going to spin the wheel, right? We're going to spin the wheel. But before we do that, can we please hear from our sponsors that have graciously joined us again today? Steve and Jane, all the way from Norway, thank you so much for being here. Tell us more about how this application is going to change the life of the person that wins it.
So first of all, thank you so much for having us here and allowing us to contribute this prize to your audience. How's it going to change your life? Well, one of the things that I am an absolute advocate for is that you've got to be visible in order to be successful. You've got to be out there. You've got to be doing webinars. You've got to do meetings. You've got to spread the word about what you're doing. But when you're trying to do that, it's often quite a hassle trying to get everything sorted, setting up your pages, your landing pages, sending out the emails to invite people, making sure that all of those leads go into your mailing system afterwards. And that's what our system does. It just makes it so easy. So you can literally set up a meeting that has everything that you need to do to have the meeting in the space of 5 minutes. Just create it, set it up, and then start promoting. And you can even have people who are promoting for you and keeping track of who's promoting effectively for you in our system. That's the whole thing about our system, making that process of being visible much easier, setting up all of your meetings, running summits. You can run summits in our platform. And, we have people who spend 50, 100, 150 hours creating summits before, and in our system, they spent less than 10 hours. So that's what kind of drastic change you can make to your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to add to that, we've been in the virtual space for well over a decade and know we have an amazing opportunity to reach people worldwide. And our system helps make it easier for you to be able to have events and literally have a global audience just like we do today. So our small contribution to making the world go round.
Oh, that is so amazing, Steve and Jenny. Thank you so much. And I want to just remind you guys, right, we're not just talking, we're literally going to be bringing our beautiful sponsors back in 3 months with the person that won this prize. And you're going to tell us how this changed your life. Because you can host summits, you can make money, you can do it in like 10 hours. It makes it so easy. You can have collaborative giveaways. Like literally, if you win this and you don't make mad money and completely change your life because of it, like it's not going to happen. It's just like, I'm sorry, that's not an option. So we need you back here in 3 months, and we want to hear all about how amazing you did with this project. It's going to be amazing.
And it's not only the prize that is the prize. I mean, you actually get to meet Steve and Jen Erickson. I mean,
that is a treat.
These are some of the most connected people on the face of the planet. If you're looking to meet people and you're looking to become part of something, start there. So that would be.
I saw Jenny for the first time ever at a networking event, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, it's changed from Event Raptor. And I still told that to Peter. And I was like checking out the chat, and then like I was like, oh, Oh my goodness, she's speaking to me.
You know, and I absolutely love the fact that the 6 degrees of separation are now less than 2. I actually went to a networking meeting earlier today and met a wonderful guy from South Africa who hasn't heard of you. So now he has, and I will be connecting you. So the power of global networking, I think, is amazing.
Amazing.
Definitely.
Okay, guys, are you ready to give away this prize? Shall we just do it? Like, I'm so nervous. But okay, so let me show you. So we said for this prize, right? So I'm on the Explore Protech win page. So literally, if you go to our website, like exploreprotech.com, and you click on win, this is where you end up. Now I'm just scrolling a little bit down to show you the results. Okay, so we said everyone over 30 points gets an entry, and every point over 30 gets you another entry, so it increases your chance. So remember, the more points you work for, the better your chance is that you're actually going to win this today. So I'm going to show you the wheel that we have here. So on this wheel, right, we had 4 people getting more than 30. So we have Janine, Marty, Hendrik, and Somerville.
Mm-hmm.
And I am ready to press the button. Are you guys ready? Oh my goodness, I can't do this. I can't let this.
Just press the button.
I can't. Tio, you're going to press the
No,
button.
you press the button.
You have to press the
It's
button.
your birthday.
Okay, well, now everyone knows. Thank you, Peter.
It's a pleasure.
I'm pressing the button, guys. Okay, I'm pressing the button.
Oh.
Hey, Marty! Well done. Oh my goodness. Marty Kron, yeah, I don't know. I know you're watching. I don't know where you're watching, but congratulations. Your whole freaking life just changed. We are so, so happy for you. So we're going to be putting you in touch with Steve and Jenny. And Steve and Jenny, I just have to tell you, Marty is one of the most go-getter entrepreneurs that you'll ever meet in your entire life. She's the founder of Virtual Assistant Institute of South Africa, and she knows how to take advantage of
An opportunity.
So you guys are going to love, love, love working with her. It couldn't have
Look
gone
forward to it. Thank you.
Yep. We look forward to that. And yep, thank you.
Thank you. Woohoo! Okay, guys, so that is the coffee shop show off to a fantastic start. Now, next up, before we get, so I have like just a couple more things so before we get to the actual conversation. We're going to play a game, okay? Because you guys said you need more bonus opportunities for getting in on the next prize, okay? So the next prize is going to be absolutely phenomenal. So the next prize we'll hand out in 2 weeks from now, right? Same time on the actual coffee shop show. So what this is going to be a LinkedIn lead generation bundle. Absolutely amazing. And there's actually 3 entrepreneurs from the tribe that is coming together to sponsor this amazing prize, okay? So it's a LinkedIn lead generation bundle. Included in this bundle is a strengths assessment by Mr. Stephen Levy himself, strengths assessment and a debrief session showing you exactly what your strengths are and helping you find out what is so very, very, very special about you so you know what your value is. And then after that, you move over to Michelle Scott. She is my most trusted LinkedIn lead generation expert. She's going to train you on how to use my most trusted, and then she's going to use the strengths that Mr. Levy uncovered with you to write the perfect brand on target audience defining messaging is going to go into your lead generation tool. But I'm not done. Then you're also going to get 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 my most trusted vouchers so that you can actually use the LinkedIn lead generation software with your newly defined messaging and knowing your strengths. I mean, this is life-changing.
And let me just tell you, I looked for a long time to find something that I could use on LinkedIn that was still personal. You know, they've got all these automated processes, these automated things. People can just tell when they're being sent automated messages they don't like it. I really had to search for something that automated the process, but did not automate the conversation. And I thought that that was extremely powerful, and it just streamlined it to a point where I could reach out to people, I could create conversations, I could have those conversations, and I was not losing those conversations. I could tell where every conversation was, where it was at, and it's absolutely brilliant. So to add that, and then to add all three of those entrepreneurs into one space, that is powerful.
So this together is about a $500 prize. So it is absolutely insane value, and it's going to change the way that you do LinkedIn lead generation. And even if you win this prize and you get all your messaging and you're like, this is absolutely fantastic, and you uncover your strengths and you have your brand messaging and everything, and you decide you don't want to be the person doing your own lead generation, guess what? You're super set up for success, because then you can just hire Michelle to do it for you. Everything is already set up.
It's what we do.
So you're welcome. So in order to get in on the running for this prize, right, you remember what you got to do. You got to go to the Explore Protech website, the win page, okay, exploreprotech.com, onto the win page, and down here it's going to ask you to sign up. So right now I'm already signed in, but if you're not signed in or signed up yet, it'll ask you to sign up. You just enter your name, your surname, and your email address. Then it opens up this. It gives you your unique referral link and a couple of buttons. And all you need to do is go absolutely wild. Press all the buttons. Send it to every single person you've ever met. And for every person that clicks on your link, right, that you're helping to find out about the movement, you get 1 point. And for every person that ends up signing up using your link, you get 5. So that's like a no-brainer. Just like keep gathering those points. And on top of that, so the game that we're going to play, what I want to do is give you a bonus point gathering opportunity. So I want to hear from the crowd on Zoom right now. These are the best entrepreneurs in the world. Okay, so let's ask them something relevant. Entrepreneurs on the screen, give me one word that has like absolutely no relationship whatsoever to entrepreneurship. Like if you had to put this word into a sentence with entrepreneurship, you would not be able to do it. One word. I can see the brains are going. Mr. Erickson up first.
Yeah, I'll say the word, bearing in mind where you guys live, I'm going to say the word zebra.
Zebra.
Yeah.
Zebra is a great
I'm sure you can turn it into something about entrepreneurship, but, you know, breeding farms, I don't know. But no.
I love it, love it, love it. Zebra, we got zebra. Anyone else have a word that has absolutely nothing to do with entrepreneurship? Mr. Wolf?
I go for the light chasers.
Light chasers.
Light chasers, like chasing light.
Light chasers. Okay, awesome. That's a word.
I've got a word.
What's the word?
Corporate.
Corporate.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. That's the you nailed it. Okay, skip all the other words.
Okay, guys, I challenge you. Use the word corporate, because there was such a reaction to that word. Use the word corporate and entrepreneurship in one sentence. Comment on this live stream right now or up to 48 hours after this, right? On Facebook or YouTube, we don't care, but put comments. For every comment that you give us that looks like it has something to do with entrepreneurship and contains the word corporate, we will give you 2 bonus points, okay? And this is for the LinkedIn lead generation package. So get commenting. Awesome. Okay, so that concludes our game for today. Now, I just quickly, before we get into the convo, let me just show you this, because this is really, really cool. So at the moment, we have this t-shirt competition out there, right? So I just want to make sure that you get in on the action. So we said, if you can come up with a design that's a co-brand between your branding and our branding, using the words "I'm helping to save the global economy" or "you," hashtag join the movement. All you have to do is send us a design. We will pop it out to our community. We'll ask them, how much do you love this shirt? And then depending on the amount of loves that you get, we might just print it and give it away in one of our future coffee shop shows. So these are some of the entries that we got on there at the moment. You can see they are absolutely incredibly awesome. So we put them out there, not just on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Insta, like everywhere. And where's Jeff's one? There's Jeff's one.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so cool. It's a favorite. But also the other ones are also my favorite. So if you guys want to get on this, go and love the t-shirt that you love. We might just give it away. Well, we will. We are going to give at least one of these away. Like, we just don't know which ones. It depends on which ones get the most love. So we'll print it, we'll give it to you guys, and then if you want to do a co-brand with your logo, send us a design. We'll totally put it out there, and if people love it, we'll print it, we'll sponsor the costs for printing and everything, and we'll just give it away because we love our entrepreneurs.
And because we can.
Okay, guys, that concludes all the admin. So please, let's now just get to the coffee shop show part of this. Let's talk. Today's talk is about critical thinking skills for entrepreneurship. So I'm very keen at this point in time to stop talking. So if anyone wants to pop up their hands and take part in the conversation, I'd really appreciate that. What are critical thinking skills? What are they about? Do we need them? Can you exercise them? Are you born with them? I can think of so many questions. I have so many questions. Steve, let's go to you.
Right, I was looking for raising my hand here, but I couldn't find it. Wow, I used Zoom for such a long time and I couldn't find it. Well, what is critical thinking skills? Critical thinking skills is really, to me anyway, I mean, somebody might have a different definition of that. It's really about being able to take a step back and look at what you're doing and how you're doing it, and really consider deeply whether you're doing the right thing, focusing on the right thing, considering in the right way. A lot of us are driven by emotion, and we make knee-jerk reactions to everything. And critical thinking skill is really, for me, about saying, okay, my initial reaction, I'm just going to throw that initial reaction away, and I'm going to consider, is this the best course of action? Should I be doing something else? Is this worth investing my time in? So really, it's about observation, first of all. What is the situation I'm in? And what is, so to give an example, you come to me and saying, do you want to give a prize for your draw? And my thinking is, that is a potential customer I'm not getting because, you know, they are going to get a free service for a year. And then, so that could be the knee-jerk reaction. But another way of looking at it, when you take a step back, is to say, well, actually, that's somebody who's going to use my services for a year who might not have done it otherwise, and then might be a lifelong customer. So that's an opportunity on the other hand. So it's about being able to look at whatever is happening in your life, whatever is happening in entrepreneurship and in business, and really trying to figure out what's going on. So observation, analysis, and often problem solving, taking a step back and saying, how can I solve this problem I'm having, the challenge I'm having? How do I do that in a way that is effective, works for me, works for other people? How can I communicate so there's no misunderstanding around this? And actually do that from a point of view of where you thought it through before you're doing, rather than doing it based on emotion, based on knee-jerk reactions. That's what critical thinking is to me.
That is so cool. Like, Steve, I'm just like, can you just keep talking? I'm making notes. This is amazing. I love it. And this is also what gets me, and I know it gets you as well, so excited about entrepreneurship, because we love that thinking part, that strategy part, that, like, if you play entrepreneurship right, it's like the most intense chess game you'll ever play in your entire life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'll just add one more thing in, because I often talk about you have to work on your business, on your business, not just in your business. Working in your business is when you are being reactive to everything that's happening around you. A customer wants to have an order, they're going to have an event, you have to turn up. The working on your business, that's when you apply critical thinking. When you're sitting down and planning the future of your business, that's all about critical thinking. So thank you. I just wanted to add that point.
Awesome. I like that. I like that.
I think that's really, really cool. And I think there's no one better to talk at this time, like, than the person that taught us how to work on your business. Because let's be honest, like in the beginning, when I just became an entrepreneur, I was like, yeah, work on my business. And I would make these strategic thinking time slots in my diary, and then I would literally be like, working on the how. That's when, ta-da, Mr. Levy came in with his cape and everything. And Mr. Levy, you're just my hero. Please come into the conversation.
Thanks, Sistine, and happy birthday to you again. And yeah, just I think Steve summed it up pretty well. It's about analyzing and information, but I want to just and being objective, so taking the emotion out of it. But I want to just add something to that, because I think as entrepreneurs, we're all faced with some serious critical thinking in today's world because of the intensity of the change that we're going through. And the other constant that I've kind of added to that is uncertainty. It has become a constant to us. So it requires us to be very cautious in our thinking. But in reality, we don't always have the time to give thought to a lot of the decisions we have to make. So I think one needs to give serious thought as to the impact of the decision that we're making. And that will guide us as to how critical our thinking needs to be. So if it's something that's not so impactful and we're willing to take the risk, make the decision, sometimes we have to make, in reality, we have to make the decision straight away. If it's something that's really going to impact our businesses and have huge consequence, we need to be able to say, no, step back, gather all the information that we can, or as much information we can. And I think also important is to look at the source of information. Where are you gathering the information from? Because we actually at the moment open to a minefield of information on the internet. And if you look at, we have a lot of experts around, everybody's got their own opinion. So I think, yeah, one must be very mindful, because at the end of where you get the info from, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you are the person as the entrepreneur owning your business that is going to make that final decision, and there are consequences to every decision that you make. So yeah, I just think that it's very important also in terms of that critical decision making. Makes it even more important for us to know why we are in our business. Be very clear about why you're in your business, what your business stands for, and where you're heading. Because then every decision that you make should contribute to that and align to that. So it serves as a point of reference in our decision making. And yeah, that's about it. I think we need to learn to listen a lot, ask a lot of questions. Yeah, sources of info I've mentioned. So yeah, I think that's it. And it's not an easy place to be, but the big thing for me is be guided by the impact.
I think, Mr. Levy, that's also where like listening to someone like you and working with someone like you can be absolutely life-changing. Like, I don't care how far along you are in your actual entrepreneurial journey, like the magic that you do in terms of that analysis part. Like, I mean, like you've like solved like decisions and problems and things that we've had. And like, it's literally like I make a list and I'm like, right, what do we do in this situation? Boom, 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 boom. It's just like,
yeah, I think something I learned early on, I'm not always the person with the information that is needed to make this critical choice. So even though it's my business or our business, I'm not necessarily always the one that has the information that is needed. So I think that part of the critical thinking and that part of surrounding yourself with people that are perhaps the right people to get that information from, that's all encompassing in critical thinking, because critical thinking is about who do I surround myself with. And I think that's something that's been mentioned twice already. Who do I surround myself with? And that is extremely critical to when you're making choices in your business that could affect yourself and others. Surround yourself with the right people. I mean, I couldn't highlight it any more than that.
Yeah, and if you just look at this evening, Pete, if you just look at the screen, there's different expertise in every single block on the screen, if that's the right word for it. So, you know, I think maybe also belonging to communities or collaborative networks is also important in today's world. The entrepreneurial journey is tough, but we can't play victim to it. We need to move on. So use the resource that's available.
It's tough, but you don't have to make it unnecessarily difficult. You can fast track it a lot by listening to the right people.
Exactly. So we are very blessed here on Explore Protech to have all that resource available to us. Thank you.
You know, Mr. Levy, what day, it's a pleasure. I mean, like, you literally helped us build this. But you know what still gets me? Like, I was literally thinking of this week. Like, now, as like that kind of emerging leader and really trying to be the leader that you want me to be. Like, I am practicing so much directing our company according to our values and really instilling that culture. Like, every single decision that I make, I bring back to the values these days. And I keep thinking back now. I think you had about in the beginning, like, you just found us and you were like, I got to coach you guys. Like, you're like two little lost fish. Like, just come here and we just help you. I think it was like 4 or 6 meetings that we had where you were like,
So that would make me Nemo, and then you would be Dory.
why do I have to be Dory?
Because Dory's a chick fish.
But you forget more than I do.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
Oh,
So I'm moving on from there. Literally, I remember you basically stalked us down. Like, you kept talking about these values. And at the moment, I think I thought, yeah, no, it sounds like pretty cool and stuff, but like, it's not going to change my life to have values right now. You know, I know what my values are.
It so does.
But it did, and it's because you hunted us down for like 6 sessions in a row, and you were like, can you just write it down on a piece of paper? And eventually we did. And then Explore Protech happened, and now we are so freaking thankful. Thank you so much. So we forgot to do the word thingy. That's Mr. Stephen Levy from Dare to Be Coaching and Beyond. One of the best leadership coaches in the world. And before him was Steve Erickson from Event Raptor, the most amazing event and summit hosting platform in the world. Let's move on to Mr. Wolf next. Mr. Wolf, please get in on this convo.
Yeah, so Miss Nestine, like, happy birthday, but I will not rap again. So I've done this morning. So, but critical thinking is a really, really great topic. And actually last week I had a conversation about it with a wonderful founder from East Europe. And she said, you know what, the reputation of people and products coming from Eastern Europe is so bad. And she wants to change it. And there are certain regions in the world that are labeled in media that the product services are not the same value than other countries. But how is that true? Is that true? Like, all the product we buy from certain companies and they are distributed to other countries, are they really is it really true that they are less worthy or not less quality? They always say Apple is assembled in California, but where is it made, right? So they got the screwdrivers. And and we had a big discussion about, because there's a big pain about there, and why is no one basically wants to go look behind this label? Because like, is it really behind this label that you say, oh, certain people are like that? I mean, before first time I traveled to Africa, right? I had certain pictures in my head. Once I moved there, everywhere I went, you guys crashed it. I rethought it, and I keep spreading the word, and what I hear. But there's so many assumptions of everything, and it's because of things that are much easier. It's so easy to label something with a story and a feeling. And then there's these people, I mean, like, especially online, we have, everybody's a creator. or commenter. And and we have all these creators who are super brave online. Just bam, go out on YouTube and just share my message and express my opinions like bam, bam, bam. But how many readers or watchers are investing time in questioning the facts? And education is not teaching that. And of course, because even critical thinkers are hard to manipulate. They are not following the system. They will question things. They question status quo. So of course, critical thinkers are labeled as weird. They must be, because they are questioning the status quo. They're creating friction in the system. And I mean, Apple was celebrating that with their when you say like the people, like also like everybody who thinks differently, let's think different campaign, and they were celebrating that. And I think critical thinkers is really like, we should give a big shout out to critical thinkers, because they are like stand up and they are not welcome. They are annoying. They are really important. And we as entrepreneurs, the one who really question, are also partly welcome, but a lot of time when we're challenging too much, we're not welcome. But this is how we change the system. So a big shout out to all the critical thinkers.
He basically just described you.
No.
What did you say about the annoying part again?
The annoying part. Not mean in a good way, but it's also like it's challenging. It's not welcoming.
You know, I was just thinking back to an experience that we had quite a long time ago, where we had a company approach us, and I'm not going to mention names because it's not necessary, and say to us, we want you to shut down the coffee shop. We want you to shut down this. We want you to shut down that. You're going to be joining this space, and we're going to be doing this. And they weren't doing any critical thinking. They were thinking that Nastine and Explore Protech, that she was all on her own, and that she was this little space and she was not powerful. And they came along as this big bully, and they were like, you're going to create this content, and we're going to brand this content with our brand, not yours. And when they responded saying, this is what you're going to have to do, and she approached me and she said, well, this is what's being said. You know, it took a little bit of thinking, but my response was, no, that's not what we're going to do. That's not how we're going to do business. That's not what we're going to change. Then they threatened with consequences. And critical thinking, you surround yourself with the right people and you go, well, can they actually deliver consequences? And through a lot of information from different people, everybody was unanimous in going, no, they actually can't deliver any consequences. They're actually of no consequence at all. So not only did we not do what they told us to do, we did what we were going to do, triple. You know, so if they were going to deliver consequences, then that would be the right time. There were no consequences. there were no consequences, and Protech flourished, and we are still here. You know, so there is a lot to be said for critical thinking.
That's like high stakes critical thinking.
That was high stakes critical thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are still here.
Oh, and we are
Sorry, I know that Sandra wants to, but it just triggered something for me that I'll just leave everyone to think about. There's a difference between critical thinking and being critical. I'll just leave it there.
Correct. Oh yes. Let's bring Sandra into this. I know she's raring to go.
I actually have to leave in 5 minutes, so I am very ready to go. Daughter has practice. So critical thinking to me, what I'm learning and still working on as an entrepreneur is that you have to take the emotional piece out of it. I'm a very emotional person. Lead with my heart. And it's been hurt a zillion times over and over and over. And then how to do that. And of course, I'm getting coached by amazing people on that, but how to make those critical decisions that are not led by your emotions. And like Steve said, not that knee jerk, you know, reaction, but taking that time. My life coach tells me, you know, you need to give yourself a half hour to an hour before you answer somebody. Because I am like the very first person that says, yeah, I'll help you, even though I have zero time to do it, because I love helping and I love helping people. So I'll be like, sure. And then I'll be like, oh, what ball am I going to drop to go help this person that I just said yes to? And that would include my 5 amazing children. So, so yeah, critical thinking to me is really looking at the facts. There's always going to be emotional piece when it comes to me, but just making sure I'm looking at all the facts and taking that in all consideration. And yeah, I've definitely learned the lessons the hard way in that, and just really re-looking at that and making sure that I'm not acting out of emotion, but I'm acting out of fact. That's good for, and also knowing your why, like knowing your mission and your why in your business. If you don't know what you want to accomplish, and trust me, mine's gotten fuzzy and gray a couple of times, including this year. And in the last 60 days, I'm like, no, I am a goal accountability coach. All these other things I am trying are great, but if I do not stay true to that, I will lose myself. I will lose my passion. Fourth quarter for the last couple of years has been my worst because I've done that. I've lost my way. And then fourth quarter comes around and I am dog out tired. I'm depressed. I'm like, forget it. Let me go get a job. Like, I'm done. And 90% of it is because I've stepped away from why I got into my entrepreneurship, which was to be a goal accountability coach. So, Sandra, your goal accountability coach. Thank you.
Oh, thank you,
Oh,
Sandra.
man.
Beautiful. I think you and Mr. Levy need to have like a couple of coffees as well. I think that's going to be a match made in heaven if the two of you team up.
Yes, we've had our initial one, and we plan on, once I'm off of my grandma leave time, I will be circling back around to talk to Steve. So, but yeah, I have 2 more weeks before I go on leave. So yeah, totally cannot wait.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that. I can so relate to that. So relate to that. Like there's a difference between busy and being productive, right? But it's a challenge, especially when those emotions get like, I'm also like, I can't help it. I'm such an emotional person. It's ridiculous. But I also want to just don't do that. Say to everyone in the room, Mr. Wolf, oh my goodness, every time you say something, you just get me. I want all to encourage all of you to go and look at Mr. Wolf's TEDx talk. Wolf, just put the link for us in the chat, please, because that was also around critical thinking and how to turn challenges into possibilities. And I think it's such
It was incredible.
it was insane. It's like really, really, really cool. Awesome. Let's move over to Hendrik, please jump into the convo. Also, I heard a little birdie whisper that Economic Warriors Explore Protech, the audio movie, is becoming a thing.
Yes, there are all sorts of rumblings in the background. All sorts of things happening. Stay tuned, that's all I can say. So I want to tell you about a friend of mine who does not do critical thinking. He's one of those conspiracy theorists. He does not read, he does not pick up a newspaper, he does not visit news sites. His main source of information is Facebook and YouTube. And I don't know if you've been down the rabbit hole in YouTube. So the other day we were chatting about something completely different, and the next moment we were told that crypto is going to be the new currency. It's a whole global conspiracy, and the Chinese and it was like, where are you coming from and where did you get this information? No, he said he did his own research. Like, okay, which degree do you have? You know, which books did you read? So that's definitely a way of not thinking critically, is just accepting everything that you see, and confirmation bias, because it confirms the things that you already believe that may not be true. So critical thinking is really an expert skill that not many people possess, and I think a skill that we definitely need to learn more of. Otherwise, before you know it, you'll be down there in the bottom feeders and believing the earth is flat and all those sort of things. So yeah, let me leave it there. No, it's definitely, it is flat. Sorry. I
was like, hold on a second. Almost fell off the edge once.
And that's Hendrik Bate from Bate Media. They are the podcast people. Thank you so much, Hendrik. That was such a cool way to wrap up on this topic. I just love it. You guys really made me think, wow, I am so freaking just grateful every time that we have these coffee shop shows, because I learn so much from you every single time, and I really appreciate your time. And if you've been spending this hour with us on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate you too. Thank you for spending your time with us, and I promise you, I have been attending these coffee shop shows once a week, every week for 2 years.
96 times.
Yeah, because I kind of have to. It has changed my life. I'm not even joking. The stuff that I'm learning from people, I am such a smart in the scene than I was way back when we saw it.
That's true, actually.
Anyway, Peter says when I make those squeaky sounds, I'm communicating to dolphins. Anyway, please remember to comment on this show so that you can help us drive the traffic. Andrew's laughing so hard right now. Yeah, comment on this show, help us drive the traffic, use corporate and entrepreneurship in one word. Say thank you to Event Raptor for sponsoring such a freaking ridiculously incredible life-changing prize to Marty. Say congratulations to Marty who won the prize officially, and say just thank you to everybody for contributing their time. And yeah, we'll see you at the next one. Remember, we are here every single week. Remember to go to the description, look up those LinkedIn links, connect with these people. All you have to do is say, hi, I saw you on the show, can we have a coffee? And they'll be like, we love coffee and we love entrepreneurs. Come here, let me love you back to life. I mean, how awesome is that? Okay, everybody. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're going to be done with this in right now. We want all your entrepreneurial dreams to come true again. But first, it is my birthday today. So I promised I was going to do this. Can everyone on this call please unmute and sing happy birthday to me on YouTube? So we can show everybody what a happy family we are.
Maybe a little bit more upbeat.
This is going to call for some critical thinking.
Yeah, critical. Okay, let's do some critical thinking, singing.
Critical singing. Yeah, there we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday, dear
Steve.
Happy
birthday to you.
Hip, hip, woo!
Hooray!
Ladies and gentlemen,
We tried. We tried.
You guys are incredible. I love you. My beautiful entrepreneurs. We'll see you again next time. Same place, same time. May all your wildest entrepreneurial dreams come true.
And enjoy the rest of your birthday.